In the previous few presentations, I have been discussing research critique as a concept of research and as an integral part of the process of research. We have also discussed what is the role of research in the various sections or at the various stages of the research process. The beginning of the research process, such as the introductory part of the research, and then the methodological sections of the research, the role of the research in the data analysis and finding sections and the conclusion sections. So this particular presentation is aimed at discussing the importance of research critique in the process of academic research. So as we have already discussed, research critique generally is an integral part of research as a scientific method, and this is mainly because this is a process which is aimed at an appraisal of the aims, the process, and the outcomes of research. The focus of research critique is actually on an analysis, an objective analysis of the academic value and the strengths and possible weaknesses or challenges of the research undertakings. And so critique takes place in the form of the critical evaluation of research theses or reports or research papers. Now, why is it important, or what is the importance of research critique? First of all, research critique, the process of research critique is important because it brings in objectivity to the process of research. This objectivity mainly comes from the process of research critique because here the process, the aims, the process, and the outcomes of research are subjected to objective evaluation and analysis by senior researchers or academics or by peers. And as a result, the possibility of subjectivity, if research is published only conducted by the researcher and then published by the researcher without the process of critical evaluation or critique, that will make it a kind of more subjective process. So when it is put to the evaluation of accomplished academics, that brings in more objectivity, and the process and product of research are scrutinized in a more objective way. Secondly, the process of research helps in the quality assurance of the process and product of research. So again, quality assurance is very important, and the research critique process helps in asking important questions about the what, the why, and the how of the research process, and so that actually helps in refining the quality of the research. Ethics and integrity are also important parts of the research process, and the research critique process, because of its openness and because of its objectivity, helps in making the process of research based on ethical lines, and so there is more, it actually needs more integrity on the part of the researchers to actually present their research in a more objective and more credible way. Then professional development is another aspect of the research critique process, and what happens is that generally especially the junior researchers or the student researchers, they need to have they need their work to be scrutinized by the accomplished researchers or academics, and their questions, their critical review helps the junior researchers or student researchers in critically looking at their research process and product. That helps in polishing their characteristic, their qualities, and their skills as researchers. So that actually helps in the professional development of the of the junior researchers. Then the critique process is also aimed at an assessment and appraisal. So the critique process helps in the objective assessment and appraisal of the research process. And again, like other educational concepts, assessment and appraisal are very important in order to aid to the quality of the research process. And lastly, academic debate. Research critique is important because it results in the process of academic debate. Again, debate is an important process of the general education process, but especially of the research process is a process of inquiry and exploration, debate and dialogue among the researchers on the particular concepts that have been explored in particular projects is very important. Debate and academic debate and research debate opens new avenues of thinking and reflection for the junior researchers, and they can look at the aims of their research, the methodology of their research processes, and the outcomes and their conclusions in a more scientific and objective way, and so with more open minds. And as a result, the quality of the research process and the outcomes of the research is enhanced. And so therefore, academic debate is an important aspect of the research critique. So to summarize, research critique is very important in terms of adding to the quality of the research process and product, in terms of bringing in more objectivity, in terms of adding to the ethical aspects of the research process, the integrity of the researchers, the professional development of the researchers, and it helps in assessing the academic value of the research. And lastly, but most importantly, it helps in developing a debate among researchers that helps in opening new vistas for thinking, and that helps in polishing the process and outcomes of research.